Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Amber Briggle. I'm the founder, owner, and CEO of Soma Massage Therapy. Our headquarters are here in Denton, Texas. I'm recording this from my home office today because it's a Friday afternoon and we're slammed with clients, and I want to make sure they had some privacy and that we had some space to talk. This is the first in a series of webinars that I'm doing to help you grow your business too. So, quick little background. I've been a massage therapist for about 20 years. I've been a business owner for 13. We're currently franchising. I'm not going to focus specifically on franchising, but I'm going to I will talk about it briefly at the end. I have seen a lot in my 20-year career as an entrepreneur, as a small business owner, and now as a CEO and a franchisor. And we've built a really solid business. I mean, the pandemic, I know a lot of us have moved past it, but a lot of people, a lot of small businesses are still making adjustments from that time. And I'm really, really proud of the fact that, I mean, we can't do massage from 6 feet apart and we can't do it online. And somehow we emerged from the COVID pandemic stronger than before. I have got now two massage studios, two locations here in Denton. I've got a staff of almost 30 people. We gross over $1 million a year. And so what I'd like to do in these series of webinars that I'll be doing on the first Friday of each month at 12 o'clock Central on Zoom is to kind of just pay it forward. Like, you all have been so generous with my business over the years that we've been open. And we're in a really solid position now. And so I would like to kind of leverage the wisdom I've gleaned over the years through a lot of trial and error to help you build the biggest, baddest, boldest business that you can think of as well. So I am going to kind of go through these slides fairly quickly. Feel free to jump in at any point in time with questions. We do have a couple people who've joined us online, but feel free to jump in with any questions, and we'll have time for questions at the end as well. All of this will be recorded, so if you want to share it with your people, we can do that too. Okay, there. How do I? There's got to be a way I can share my screen. Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm new to Zoom, so give me a second here. Okay. We are going to share my screen here. Okay. So here we go. So this is my business, Soma Massage Therapy. I gave you a little bit of an intro at the start, so I will move beyond this slide. This is a series called Here to Help. Hey, Chris, you made it. I'm glad to see you here. And Renee, I see that you made it too. Thanks so much for logging in. Taylor is at the office now as backup support for this and taking some great notes. So thanks everyone for joining me today. This series is called Here to Help. That's what I'm here to do. We're going to focus today on finding your target market. I am not a marketing director. I do not have a specific training in business, right? I did not go to school for business or economics, but I've been in business for 20 years, and these are some of the things that I've learned along the way. I want to point out too that what works for my business may not work for your business. I'm hopeful in these series that I'll be doing again on the first Friday of each month. I'm hopeful that there will be a nugget that you can take back to your business, whether you're in tech, retail, service, if you're in the wellness field like I am, whatever it is, I'm hopeful that there's going to be something that's going to resonate with you that you can take back to your business and make your business bigger and better and bolder too. So here we go. So we're going to talk about finding your people. How do you find your people? Why is that important to find your target market? Well, lots of reasons. Obviously, focused marketing efforts means you're spending less time and money to find your people. If you're trying to market to working professional millennials and you're running ads with the AARP, probably not spending your time and money in the best ways that you can, right? So if you know who your target market is, you can spend your time and your limited resources focusing on that. Obviously, increased sales, right? Who doesn't like making a sale if you're a business owner? If you're able to focus on your target market in really effective ways, you're going to be top of mind, and they're going to think of you first before they think of your competition, and they're going to spend money at your business, which is great, which is why you're in business, and then you can pay your mortgage, right? And better customer service and satisfaction, right? So you know who they are, you know what they want, you know how things are trending, so you can stay nimble and stay relevant to their needs. So again, like thinking back to the pandemic, if your target market is working professional millennials, well, now a lot of them are probably working at home. And if you do childcare, maybe you have to think about how you can pivot your business to meet their needs, because maybe they're not sending their kids to a childcare facility anymore because maybe you have to close, or maybe they want to just keep their kids at home for whatever, for a variety of reasons. So maybe you need to pivot to creating some online educational resources, or maybe like a mail order activity box that comes like once a week with, a bunch of like arts and crafts for their kids, whatever it is. But knowing who your target market is will allow you to stay nimble and be able to pivot and meet their needs so that you continue to stay relevant. Let's see, how do I get to the next slide? We can do this. We can do this. Help me out here. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. Oh, is there a button down there? There we go. Okay. All right. Sorry. Let me go back. Okay. So again, finding your people. So how do you define your target market? Again, I'm not a marketing director. I'm just a small business owner and now a burgeoning CEO. So my definitions might be different from another marketing firm might have, right? But I kind of break it down in a couple different ways. So it's demographic data, right? So we're looking at their age, their gender, their occupation, their zip code, the geography that they live in. If that's relevant to you, it's definitely relevant to us. Also maybe like their lifestyle, interest, hobbies. So a little bit of research on this that I found on HubSpot, that 42% of marketers know their audience's demographic information, but maybe less than half know exactly what their interests and hobbies are. And that's going to be really relevant. So then you break that down into the behavior and motivation. So behavior would be, what is their purchase history, either at your business or competing businesses? How often do they visit, right? When they pop in, are they there for 5 minutes for a potty break and a postcard and a sticker? Or are they dropping a lot of money on larger purchases or packages, right? So what is their purchase history like? What is their visit history like, not only at your business, but at your competition as well? You can look at email marketing. Do they actually open the emails that you're sending to them? Maybe they're not online, or maybe if they are online, you need to find different ways to reach them other than email. Website visits and browsing history, that's kind of above my pay grade, but I know that there certainly are businesses out there that can help you kind of break down, dig down deeper into people's browsing history, so you know a little bit more what they're spending their time on when they're scrolling on their phone. And then their motivations. So is it convenient? Is it close to where they live or where they work? Does it have a drive-through, right? How convenient is it? What is the value that they're investing? Sorry, I'm just jumping all over the place. What is the value that they're investing into this purchase? Does it bring value to their life? And also, do your values as a business align with their values? For a lot of shoppers, especially today, they really want to put their money where their values are. So do your values align with theirs? And are you able to communicate that clearly? And status could be another motivating factor. Like a car is a car, right? Like they all have steering wheels. They all have blinkers. Some blinkers work better than others, but that's up to the driver, not the car, right? Like they all have wheels that will get you from point A to point B. But someone who maybe drives a BMW or a Tesla or a Ford pickup truck or a Prius, right, might be trying to speak about their status in a way that's really important to them. A purse is a purse as far as I'm concerned, but some people want the designer handbag. So for some people, status could be a motivation as well. I think it's important to recognize that you cannot be everything to everyone, and you really need to define your difference. So I think a good example of this would be someone like Airbnb, right? Like they're marketing to people who want to travel. But their target market is going to be different from someone who wants the turn down service, who wants the concierge, who wants room service. Like their target market is going to be maybe people looking a little more off the beaten path, a little more authenticity in their visit. Maybe they're staying longer. Maybe they want to get together with a big group, or they've got kids and everyone wants to have a different bedroom, whatever it is. Like they're different from the hotel scene, but they're still trying to kind of capture travelers. And likewise, someone who stays at a Hilton is probably going to be marketing to their people differently than someone who wants to stay at like an extended stay hotel or a Holiday Inn or whatever it is. So you can't be everything to everyone. It's really important that you define who you are and also who you're not. That's going to help you kind of define better who your market is. We're going to dive into this more in a future session, because I think if you really want to hone in closely on who your target market is, you need to know first who you are. So a little bit about Soma. So who is Soma? So we're inclusive, as you can see from our artwork here on the wall. We're welcoming. We really try to have an affordable price point for people to make massage and wellness accessible to as many people as possible. We have expert massage therapists who can tell you maybe not only where it hurts, but where it's coming from, as well as, you know, homework or self-care that you can take home to keep your massage going for longer, right? We're not just a fluff and buff place. We really focus on the therapeutic value of massage and treat our therapists and our clients as such. Who we're not, you know, we don't do tipping. You've never tipped your physical therapist or chiropractor, so why would you tip your massage therapist? That's kind of our philosophy. We don't do memberships like a lot of places do. Though we are franchising, we do not have that corporate vibe. We're different. We're local. So we know who we are, which really helps us kind of dig in deeper to know exactly who our target market is. And again, we'll talk more about this in our next session in May. Because I didn't really know who my target market was when I first came out of massage school. And I think a lot of massage therapists and perhaps a lot of businesses maybe still don't know who their target market is because they maybe don't know who they are. I see a lot of times, you know, I'm in these Facebook groups for other massage therapists, and I hear people talking often like, I've been in business for 3 years and I can't find my people coming in, or I left my spa and I really want to branch out, but like no one's coming to me. Well, what makes you different? What makes you different to stand out from all the other massage therapists or all the other tech firms or all the other boutiques out there? What makes you different, and how can you leverage that to really dig in deep to find your target market? We're going to talk more about that in a future session. So our clients range in age, honestly, from like 8 years old on up to 80 plus. We see it all, but kind of our sweet spot is between 28 to 75, which I know is a big range. Generally, they're working professionals and retirees who maybe have a little more time, a little more money to spend on their health and their wellness and invest in themselves. Obviously, our people are going to be local. We can't do massage online. So our people are going to be hyper local to who we are. So when we go back to the demographics and we're looking at geography and zip code, that's really specific to us. If you have an online marketing firm, you could really kind of work with anyone across the country. But for us, it's hyper local. There are people who still drive an hour or more to see us. We've got clients from Ardmore, Oklahoma. We've got clients from North Fort Worth. We've got people from all over the DFW Metroplex that drive past our competition to come see us, right? So they don't have to be specific to our zip code, but they do still kind of have to be within driving distance of us. Our clients are likely interested, they are interested in wellness, right? They're not just, there's certainly people, there's a time and a place for popping an aspirin and taking an Epsom salt bath and walking it off. But if you want to really attack that pain and improve your range of motion, you're probably going to want to spend a little more time and money on yourself and invest in massage. So they're interested in wellness, so like yoga, hiking, chiropractic, nature, retreat centers, meditation, stuff like supplements, stuff like that. But they're also not entirely interested in wellness. They might be interested in, like I said, in pain relief. We have a lot of cowboys that come in to see us at Soma Massage Therapy. You get thrown from a horse one time, you're going to be a client for life. So it's also people who are looking for pain relief. We have clients who are looking for a good deal. As I said, we try and keep our price point accessible and affordable as much as we can to not only pay our therapists and our staff members well, and so that I can continue to pay my bills, but finding that sweet spot so that we're not breaking the bank, that you're not paying $150 for a 45-minute massage and expecting a $25 tip. Like there's definitely a market for that. That's not our market. That's what makes us different. They're looking for expert advice and recommendations. As I said before, we have we have a tremendously talented team of over 25 massage therapists who are there to, again, not only just, massage where it hurts, but maybe where it's coming from as well, and really give you some expert advice on ways that you can keep that massage going as long as possible beyond our doors. So they're looking for that expert advice, that personalized care that we really provide. And lastly, our clients are really deeply invested in our community. It's partly a Denton thing. I think it might be unique to Denton, but I also think our clients, we've really cultivated our a holistic approach to the business that we have. We understand that if we want our clients to be healthy and thriving and successful beyond our doors, then they need to have a healthy and thriving and successful community to enter into, right? And so we really go hard for our community, which is on the next slide. We'll talk about that on the next slide, but we've really sort of cultivated people who invest not only in themselves, but in their community and want to shop local. So that's our target market. Maybe something resonates with you. Maybe your target market's different, but that's an example of what we're doing. So, so how did I find those clients? A lot of trial and error. I've been doing massage for 20 years and I had no idea. I was like, do you want a massage? I will give one to you. Here you go. That's not always my target market. Sometimes I was working for free for someone who just wanted a massage and really didn't want to come back and see me again. That's a lot of hard work, right? But eventually I kind of found my groove. So this is me at the very, very first Denton Community Market. Oh gosh, when was that? 2010? Maybe something like that. The very first. Now, this gentleman on my chair has since passed, but his widow still comes to see me all these years later. She's still a client at Salon Massage Therapy, and she sent a lot of her coworkers to come see me too. So at the Denton Community Market, those are my people. They're interested in wellness. They've got a little extra time, a little extra money on their hand. They could go over to Kroger and get their groceries, but they want to invest locally and buy organic produce from local farmers. Those are my people. So I would do chair massages at the Denton Community Market. I would do it for free, just a little taste. And I would ask them to, in exchange, would you please provide me your phone number and a working email address so I can start my email list? And that is how I eventually got started. So I would do the same thing for booths at races, at 5Ks. The Parks Department here in Denton has a lot of really great events. And so when I could, I would purchase a space to work on people who were crossing that finish line, people who are interested in wellness, are the ones who are running 5Ks, and then I can get my hands on them for 10 minutes and make them feel better, and they're probably going to come back and see me. We also, talking about how we go hard for our community, we really, there's nothing more local really than your public school, right? It's made of local workers, local kids, local families. So we really invest hard in our public schools. Teacher appreciation events. Now, with the cost of massage being what it is, we're not often able to provide complimentary chair massages for days on end for teachers. But if you want a coupon, or if you want me to do a self-care seminar, or if we want to donate a gift certificate for a drawing for a teacher appreciation week, we absolutely can do that. And then PTA partnerships. So as an example, like we don't spend a lot of money on print ads. I've never done a direct mail postcard. If I had $1,000 to spend on marketing, honestly, I'd rather buy a couple of tables at the next Denton Public School Foundation fundraiser, or United Way breakfast, or something like that, where we're really investing in our community. We get a shout out from the stage. I get to be there in the room with other people. They're thinking of me. They're thinking of me as a friend. They want to support their friend. They want to support local. Right. And so, and it meets our goals of trying to make sure that our community is as healthy and strong as it can be. So that is what has worked for us. What your business might look different, but that's what's worked for us. And that's how over these 20 years, I've really been able to dig down deep into knowing exactly who our target market is. Now there's other ways that you can, and this is what we're doing today. So, so here's just kind of a little slideshow. So we'll do corporate sponsorship. So we've been a TWU athletic sponsor for a number of years, I think probably since 2019. You can see in this bottom left corner, we're also a corporate sponsor of the North Texas Roller Derby team. Those girls are baddies and we totally want to invest in baddies. So we've invested in them as a corporate sponsor. We also do in-kind and cash donations. So, you know, throwing, so here's an example, the top right. SOMA has for a couple of years now been a LULAC scholarship donor. And so we'll donate, I think this year we donated about $667 to LULAC. That's met by their corporate office to create a $1,000 scholarship for a Hispanic student in our school district. So that's a cash donation that we would make to them. And then, you know, we get to support our community, we get our picture out there. It's great. In-kind donations would be things like massage gift certificates. We give a lot of gift certificates away. It brings a lot of new people in, which is really great for everyone. Event participation, so things like the Mimosa Hop that's coming up on April 12th through the Denton Main Street Association, we'll participate in that. Social media and email, that's pretty self-explanatory. Self-care seminars and videos, so things like I'm doing now. I mean, this is also marketing from my business, right? A little bit, it's here to help you, but you're also thinking of someone because my logo's down there in the slide, right? We also do self-care seminars that we'll take to various nonprofits. I just did something for the Denton Public Library System recently on how you can stretch and care for yourself just sitting at your desk. Displaying our winning banners. So you can see bottom right there, you know, we've been honored by the Denton Chamber of Commerce for a number of years as either a finalist or a winner in a variety of small business categories. We've won Best of Denton pretty like literally every year since we've been open. So we put all of that in our front window. So when people are driving down our busy street or walking up to our studio, they can see that we're legit. And something also I didn't put as going back to our event participation, this upper left-hand corner, every year we'll bring Santa in for our holiday open house. And you know, one of our values is diversity and inclusion. And so we hire a Black Santa and he's really cool and the kids love it. And it's a great community draw. We don't have a way, you know, we don't have a new menu. New menu item. We don't have things, we don't have an author signing. We don't have a poetry reading. We can't have live music, right? So how can we get people from the community to come in to see us in a casual, like no pressure sort of way? And by having these sorts of events where they can pop in, get a picture with Santa, get a cup of hot cocoa, look around, kick the tires a little bit, and think of us the next time they need a massage. That's what works for us. There are other ways that you can market. Print ads, I mean, that would be like billboards, ads in magazines and newspapers. There's direct marketing. So there's telemarketers, there's texts, there's mailers you can send out. Digital ads like social media ads, Google ads, that can work for some people. Event marketing, so like designing your own event, like we've done that in the past with our holiday open house, inviting Santa in. But you can, you know, create an event and bring your neighbors in and have like a block party, whatever it is that works for you. And influencers, not our jam, but if you do fashion, maybe, or you've got like a mail order subscription thing, find an influencer and make that crap go viral. Like I love it, so go for it. So that kind of wraps it up. You are brilliant. You're brilliant. You can totally do this. You've got big, bad, bold visions, and I 100% believe in you. You can do this. And it's a lot of work. I won't lie. It's a lot of work, but if anyone can do it, it's you. If it seems like it's too much work and you need a little more hand-holding, you might consider opening a franchise. We are offering franchise opportunities here at SOMA. You might not be interested in wellness. You might be interested in sandwiches or coffee, or I don't know, something else. There's lots of franchise opportunities out there. And when you become a franchisee, you're getting this expert marketing advice. You're getting an entire playbook. Here you go. Here's our playbook on this is how you open your studio. This is how you find your target market. This is how we're going to help you. This is all this operations and policies and procedures. It's all right there. So if it's a little too much lifting for you, starting your own small business, maybe consider the money that you'd be investing in a small business instead of franchise. So there you go. There's my plug. We're going to do a deeper dive next month, May 2nd at 12 o'clock Central, again here on Zoom. We're going to talk about defining your difference. We talked about it a bit today, but by really defining who you are, that will help you leverage your difference to make you as strong as possible with your against your competition and bring people in your door. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that next month, Friday, May 2nd. Again, it'll be free. Again, it'll be recorded. It'll be on Zoom. We're going to use the same Zoom link, so you can just save the Zoom link that you did today and just have a recurring meeting first Friday of the month at 12 o'clock with that, and just log in. We'd love to see you. And here's our contact information. I'm going to leave this up for just a couple of minutes before I open it up to any questions. If you have an idea of, or an area that you need some guidance in, feel free to email me. You can see franchise at mysomaMassage.com. You can email that to me. You can text me that idea, 940-241-4490, and I'll do some research and do my best. And if I don't have the answer, maybe eventually we could invite someone on and do like a podcast type style and have like a Q&A with an expert. But let me know what challenges you're struggling with in your business. And I'm here to help. That's the name of the webinar. So I'm gonna stop the share. Boop. Stop share. There we go. And we can switch it over to the multi-speaker. So we do have a couple of guests on today who tuned in. We can wrap it up if you want. I've gone a little over 20 minutes. I wanted to keep it under that. I'm sorry, brevity is not my strength, but I had a lot of stuff I wanted to cover. So if you need to pop off 100%, I love it. If you want to ask a question, I'm here as long as you need to be here. So anyone have a question? I'll give you a minute to unmute yourself.
Hey, Amber.
Hey.
I don't have a question. I just want to say thank you for doing this.
Yeah, happy to help.
A little late. I had a client that wouldn't leave, so.
Oh, that's great. She loves you. I love it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, good information.
Good,
Yeah.
good. I hope it helps. And send me your information or any questions that you might have for a future topic too. I'm happy to help with that. So yeah.
You know my current issue. So
yes, I do. I do. We're working on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Renee, do you have any questions? I see you're down there muted and off camera. No pressure, but since you're here, I don't know if you have any questions on anything that you want to go back and review.
No, thank you very much.
All right. I'm really glad you could come. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I invited my daughter to join today, but she had a teaching job today, so she couldn't do it. But she might. She'll watch the replay.
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna I've got to run to another meeting, so I'm actually gonna stop the recording now, but it's gonna be posted to our Facebook channel. So I'm gonna end the recording. Facebook channel. I mean, that's not what I wanted to do. How do I end the recording? It's gonna be posted to our YouTube channel. Pause, stop recording. There we go.